Hey, welcome to another exciting installment of Thrift Store Vinyl Finds, and I just got back from my Goodwill just down the road here, and I kind of purged my apartment of a couple pieces of furniture, I'd say, and some other stuff, and of course I always stop in and look for records. I mean, I don't comb as thoroughly as I used to, and I'm looking to purge my collection again, but I really hit pay dirt with some great finds here, and I found like 30, 35 records or something. But if you comb, if you're like a digger, sometimes you kind of like you kind of get a psychological profile if a bunch of records seem to turn up and you of a certain era. And I think we might have lost a hippie here. I think I'm going to call this the Save the Hippies, like Save the Whales or save the ozone layer or whatever. Of course, I don't believe in that global warming garbage. But these records seem to skew to someone who owned them, who probably was, you know, a little older than I am. I mean, I'm 54 years old, and I'm not ashamed to say that. But I think someone who bought these probably was a little older than me, uh, and I don't know, maybe they are tired or something, or they, know, moved to some kind of old age commune or something. But I haven't, I just got these, like I said, I just got these home a couple hours ago, and I haven't even, what I do, I find a bunch of them, and then I go to a nice, comfy, broken down, or maybe not so broken down sofa at the Goodwill, and then I carefully look at them. And out of all these records that I initially picked, I think I only left three uh, records that I because of condition I didn't end up buying. But I'm going to show you the first half, pretty much the first half of what I found here without any further ado. Here's the first one. Van Morrison, St. Dominic's Review. I first saw this record, or was interested in this record when I was in a guitar book or something about. I think it was. I have a book about the history of Martin guitars, and for some reason this was in here because obviously he's playing a vintage Martin there. So not really a huge Van Morrison fan, although I mean everybody who is into artistic songwriters and that, they worship this guy pretty much. So this was actually a great find. I've never ever come across this at a thrift store until now, and it's in very good condition. Cover's a little worn, but very cool find there. They had a lot of Procol Harum, and I picked up some. I didn't pick up everything. I mean, I'm not a big fan. I mean, I know, they only had two really big, major hits or whatever, but they had this was actually kind of a cool find. It's Procol Harum live with the Edmonton Symphony Orchestra, so it was kind of intriguing to me. So I did pick it up. And like I said, I haven't played any of these yet. I have to clean them up. So most of them are in very good shape. They just need maybe a little dusting. There's a few in here that probably need a really thorough cleaning, and I'm hoping that back in the day when whoever owned these didn't play them on some cheap ass, pardon my French, cheap portable record player with some ridiculously heavy, stylus pressure that made mincemeat out of the grooves. I mean, you can't really tell until you clean them up thoroughly and play them, through. This is actually kind of a cool record too. It is on another small label here. Isaac Hayes Movement, and it's on Enterprise Records. Let's just look at the label here. Here's Enterprise Records. Looks like it's in pretty good shape there. So this might be a pretty cool find. I think I have another Isaac Hayes one pick up here. I don't know if it's going to be in this video. Here's kind of a Chuck Berry record here. Chuck Berry Volume 1, Chuck Berry Live. And it's on a, let's see, we're trying to think of what the label is. SSS, I think it says. Let's see. Here it is. Chuck Berry there. So anything on a small label, I'm definitely interested in. Now here's something pretty old on a small much older, probably very older tracks or whatever, recordings that were probably that were in the public domain, I guess, and then this small label released them. But this is Leadbelly. Of course, he was a legendary kind of folk blues singer there and acoustic player there. So this is very cool find, I would say. And it's on Sutton, whatever Sutton Records is. Now I found this. This is kind of a. She was like a folk pop singer in the, I guess maybe the early '60s. This is Gail Garnett, and We'll Sing in the Sunshine. That was another frequently played kind of oldie on like that station I mentioned, the oldie station there. We'll Sing in the Sunshine. It's kind of a neat. I have another Gail Garnett record that I haven't even played yet either. But this was like her big kind of big mainstream hit, I guess you'd call it, top 40 hit. Now this is a very cool find. One of the definitive early, I guess, of the whole San Francisco psychedelic, with the Jefferson Airplane and all those bands that were coming out of San Francisco. This is Country Joe and the Fish. This is a very cool find. Feel Like I'm Fixing to Die. So this, and it's in, let's see what the shape is. It's in pretty good shape too, as far as I think I can remember. Yeah, well, it does. Well, it's got a couple scratches, but I'm hoping that it's in good enough playable shape, and it's obviously it's Vanguard, so that alone makes it pretty collectible. It wasn't, widely distributed. Although I do not have the Fish game, whatever that was. Now, if I look this up in my collectible records book, that Goldmine book, I'm sure this has some collectible value if it has whatever the Fish game was. I don't know. But this is in pretty good condition, and it's I've never come across something like this ever until now. So, kind of excited to get that. Here's another thing. I mean, these guys, they had that hit, which was not an original song to them. It was that Hot Rod Lincoln, Commander Cody here. This is not on there. But I do remember that record when it was out and stuff. So I picked this up. It's probably like country-ish kind of stuff there. So this is a cool find too. I was always Jefferson Airplane and all their spin-offs was like one of my favorite groups, American groups of all time. But even during that, Paul Kantner and Grace Slick, they were still making records. They were making records like this, Sunfighter, and I've never ever come across this either. So I don't know what's I know maybe a couple things that are on this from like a compilation, but this is another thing that you don't come across too often at a thrift store there. Another couple, some more definitive 60s stuff here, late 60s stuff. I got something from the Vanilla Fudge Renaissance. You can see there, Season of the Witch. I mean, you remember that Donovan did that, so I don't know what this is going to sound like either. That's in good shape too. And then this is maybe kind of a common one too, Iron Butterfly Ball. And I think I have another iron butterfly record too. So this will be cool. That's a cool find. It's in good shape. I got this one, Procol Harum. I think that's their first album, right? On Duram. And it's in pretty good shape. Let me just look at the disc real quick. I mean, it's going to need a little bit of cleaning there, but another very cool find there. Classic, one of those classic classic records there. That here's something cool in a Mountain. We're talking American. We're talking Leslie West there, and this is their a live record, concert record, I guess. So that should be pretty cool if you're really into that kind of hard guitar sound. Here's another Procol Harum, Home. I don't know. There was some other Procol Harum stuff there. I didn't pick up everything they had, but because of condition, it's on A&M. Part one of my Save the Hippie installments here, Thrift Store Bonafide. So I hope you enjoyed that, and like I said, maybe today I'll dust off some of these and see what they sound like. So I'm hoping they look pretty good. So I'm pretty lucky. And it's been a while. Things have been kind of sparse at the thrift stores as far as records go, but that's okay because my collection is pretty full, and I'm looking to turn it into more of all quality rather than just quantity. I mean, I don't buy junk, but things that are not, I'm only casually interested in, I've been getting rid of. I did a big purge about a year ago, and so just to fit this stuff in my rack there, my racks and stuff, I'm gonna have to find some room there. So I hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, keep it groovy, as I say, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.